just gossiping who dated who and who dated when. Oh, I guess she wasn't the dominant in the relationship. Oh my goodness, that was way too much. He's hugging her butt and like... Oh, hi icons, and welcome to the Millennial Moment. My name is Julia, and I am your guide to the era of low-rise jeans and flip phones. Before we continue with our video, make sure to like it and subscribe to my channel. This is the series, and if you don't know about it, make sure to go to my channel and check the introduction video where I talk about my project, 100 best-selling female albums of the Y2K era and myself in details. Subscribe to my channel and ring the bell so you're notified and you won't miss your favorite album. Today, we are talking about Jennifer Lopez's album, This Is Me Then. So technically, this is like a part 2. The video part 1, when we review the album J.Lo, is already on my channel. Go ahead and check it out. And this is part 2. You don't have to watch them together or one after another or this one before that one. It doesn't really matter. But we're just going to pick up where we left off. And where did we leave off? So J.Lo, the album, was a massive success. There were 4 singles / 5 singles. There were 5 videos on that album. And basically at the end, J.Lo was like a massive star. It took her on the next level. She wasn't that like A-, B+ Hollywood actress trying to be a singer anymore. She became the it girl. She became the it girl. Is that right? Anyway, and she was extremely popular. Not only that, her empire just grew. Remember the clothing company and the perfume. And honestly, I just want to get to it because I literally can't wait anymore because this package has been sitting on my desk for about a week and I can't wait to open it. I promised you that I will introduce you our perfume, Live by Jennifer Lopez. If you want to take a better look. Oh my God, can't wait. I can't wait. Well, I waited for a week now. Oh, it's pretty. Jennifer Lopez, Live. Just oh my goodness, that was way too much. But this one is really good. It takes me to like tropical places. You want to wear this to the beach if you're traveling in the summer. This is your guy. Highly, highly, highly recommend. Live by Jennifer Lopez. Getting back to the music, her empire grew. People received her album very well. They raved about it, but the critics, man, the critics, they tore her apart. She just wanted to prove that she had her artistic voice. People would always criticize her singing ability.
She wasn't a good singer, her singing voice wasn't good enough, wasn't strong enough.
Yet again, she was competing with Christina and Mariah. I don't think it was fair to her. Then she used a lot of sampling and she used ghost vocals. A good example would be using Christina Milian's vocals in Play. And when it was time to release the lead single, well, I have to preface that the album This Is Me Then was very personal to Jennifer, almost autobiographical. Although she became J.Lo for her previous album, she was still Jenny from the block. And that's how the lead single was born. And that idea kind of became central for the entire album. Like drawing the line between J.Lo as an artist and showing that side that we haven't seen before, being Jenny from the block. And of course, she met him. She met him and she fell in love. Ben Affleck. And that is the biggest inspiration for the album. This part 2, we will mostly talk about her love life and relationships. Of course, there will be musical influences, but I kind of want to focus on that a little bit more. So we're gonna be just like gossip girls here, just gossiping who dated who and who dated when. People say that, and I will probably agree that This Is Me Then is just the love letter to Ben Affleck. I agree with that. We'll get to that a little later with the songs, but yeah, for sure. The media came up with this Bennifer thing, so I don't know, was it the first time? And correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but there was, Brangelina was way after Jennifer and Ben, but like combining their names, well, I don't have to explain it to you. It's like a very common thing. Like Ben and Jennifer is Bennifer. And their romance was extremely publicized. Paparazzi were following them everywhere. But instead of avoiding it, they decided to embrace it. Why? Well, we don't know. Ben. Let's see what we know about their relationship. They met on set of Giggly. She was still married to Chris Judd, and Ben, I'm not sure, I'm sure he was dating someone. In about 6 months, when Jennifer separated from Chris Judd, Jennifer and Ben became dating publicly. It was them and Brittany and Justin. At some point, they became a couple number 1 in the world. Everyone was following them, not following them literally, but following the story. I was like, oh, what's going on with Ben and Jennifer? People were sincerely rooting for them. Later, he proposed. There was like a big pink diamond. I'll attach a photo if I'll be able to find it. Pink diamond. The wedding was scheduled, but a few days before the wedding got canceled. So if you think about the reasons why the relationship took a toll, well, they weren't in a good place at the moment because the movie Giggly flopped and Jennifer was criticized, and she was pushed by critics. I was like, critics, y'all, you need to chill. And then, what was it? 2003, the wedding, and 2004, they ended their relationship. They had been together for 18 months and they officially broke off the engagement. Over the time, Jennifer described this breakup as one of the worst in her life. She said later in the interview that it felt like her heart was torn out. If you think of any pictures of Ben and Jennifer together, I think it's pretty clear that she loved him and he was being loved, and he allowed that. Because I don't know how to describe it, but he's always like standoffish, especially their second round, how he acted around her. I don't know what was his deal, but it didn't look like he was nice enough to her, and it looked like she was just infatuated by him. He was the love of her life. But the girl wasn't single for a long time. In like probably another 6 months, she married Mark Anthony and they had kids together. And then Ben married another Jennifer, but Jennifer Garner. So the girl can stay single full on, but I'm not gonna judge on that. It's like, so 2011. If you didn't get that reference, it's like everyone's criticizing Taylor Swift for dating too much, but no, date as much as you want. My problem here, that she was going back to back to back to back. While working on J.Lo, she was dating Diddy. Then somehow, somewhere, she met Chris Judd and they got married. They were married for less than a year. They broke up. She started dating Ben. Ben and Jennifer were together for 18 months. They broke off the engagement, and like in 6 months she marries Mark Anthony. There's like 4 men back to back to back to back to back. And my problem is like, girl, you didn't have time to heal. Because I don't think it's healthy when your every relationship is a rebound. You need to reflect on yourself, and I have a thought, and I'll try to formulate it to the best of my ability. Is like, you want someone to love you for who you are, but you don't know who you really are because you're always invested in other people. And she's busy. She's like world-class celebrity and actress and singer. She just needed time to sit with her own thoughts and figure things out and put her values straight. In this case, she wouldn't be falling for those relationships that never promised her anything fruitful long term. In 2021, they started dating again. In 2022, they got engaged, and this time around they did get married. And she released another album, This Is Me Now. And this is kind of like a full circle moment, but we're not talking about this. Just wanted to mention, if you're interested on your own free time, go ahead and check it out. Honestly, I haven't listened to This Is Me Now, and I have very little interest in listening to it today because it doesn't feel right. Overall theme for this episode is, I feel like we girls know it's one of your top 5 rules. Like, don't ever get back with your ex. I don't know. It was very clear understanding for me growing up in your 20s. You have your girlfriends who always like advise you. And I have a question for you. Do you have any good examples from your own life experiences when it did work? Like, you were able to rekindle the flames after 10, 15, 20, 30 years. Is it a success story? Or is it always as negative as Jan's and Ben's? Because their second round wasn't good either. So it just proves the point. And that's the reason why I'm not interested in listening to This Is Me Now, because it feels fake, and fake is not the right word. Isn't insincere? I don't know. But she believes in this fairy tale, and this is the love of my life, and things are going to be all right, when in reality we know that it's not, and it didn't. And it feels like a lie, or just being deceived. You make me believe in the fairy tale that I know is not true, and it's kind of like really sad. So anyway, let's go back to 2002 and learn about our album. This Is Me Then is the 3rd studio album by Jennifer Lopez, released on November 25th, 2002. Because the critics often said that her albums felt like a collection of singles rather than a personal statement, she decided that for the next album, she would lean into a more cohesive and soulful sound, less club music, more emotions and storytelling. This time around, she pulled from the 70s soul, classic R&B, and warm analog productions. And what about the name?
Tweaking the lyrics with him, like every single song that we wrote there, me writing Dear Ben, and
Yeah.
It was such a special moment in time to have captured. And it's funny because I was going to call the record Jenny from the Block, you know, because that song is on there.
And it made sense because you were coming off the back of self-titled.
Right.
You know,
J-Lo,
exactly.
You know, it's just like, but I'm still Jenny. And I'm J-Lo now, but no, I'm still Jenny from the Block.
Exactly.
But it didn't feel right. I remember having this conversation with Ben, and we were doing Jersey Girl, a movie that we did a long time ago in Philadelphia. And I said, I remember the apartment, I remember the conversation, and I was like, I just don't know what to name this album. I just can't like nail it. Like the songs are not the thing. There's no title track. It's like, and he was like, well, this is you right now. Like everything that you're writing on this record that I've been seeing this is you in this record, like this moment. He was like, when you look back on the record,
Yeah.
it'll be like, that was me then.
Dang.
And I was like, it would be
Almost
then,
a scriptwriter.
this is me
Yeah.
then.
Right.
This is me at that moment.
Yeah.
So I decided to call it, oh, okay, this is me then. This moment in time was captured of finding your kind of soulmate in that time. And it's all there. And when I
all
listen to
there.
the lyrics now, I didn't even realize I was writing some of our story that would happen.
The album art is special for this album. At the first glance, the cover of This Is Me Then looks simple, just a photo of Jennifer. But the image actually reinforces the core themes of the album, intimacy and tenderness. Unlike the flashy visuals of her earlier work, this cover is quiet and minimal. Instead, it's just her face and a simple pose, close and direct. The cover uses golden hues, which visually suggests nostalgia and memory. It almost feels like a photograph from the past, as if she is looking back at a moment in her life. The idea of a snapshot in time, the title itself, the cover, the message. The entire album is a time capsule. And without further ado, let's dive in. Started with number 1 track, Still. So there is a pretty intense, like a thought flow, like word vomit. I don't know, is that the right? Like her thoughts are just flooding the consciousness. There's a crazy flow to her thoughts. When it's also a little confusing to figure out where's the verse, where's the chorus, and it's just. Good man. I never thought we'd be apart from the argument we started when I just wanted some attention. Sorry, I'm not sorry, baby, for bitching. If I could take back the words that I said to make you leave, I'd be down on bended knees asking you to please forgive me. There's like so much. It looks like it's a theatrical monologue, and your thought is just jumping from, it's like, and I want to say this, and I want to say that. It's just an avalanche of a thought. So, that in J.Lo, we know that she was not treated right, that the boyfriend was toxic. Here she said, you never know what you have till it's gone. Treated you wrong for so long, and now you're gone. She's the bad guy. In that video that I played for you, she mentions that some of the songs were the ones where she foreshadowed the future, and I think this might be one of them. It's a good song. If I remember it correctly, I have a cassette back at the house where I used to live, or where my mom still lives. There gotta be a cassette of this album. The only information I can read here is that Still samples another track by Teddy Pendergrass. She samples the song Set Me Free. Hey Jennifer, what happened to the criticism? I thought you wanted to go away from sampling things, and the first track on the album, sampling stuff. That's no good. That's no good. The soulful touch sets the tone for the album, which May believe was inspired by her relationship with Ben, not May. We know that for sure. And the song's heartfelt lyrics and melody reflects the deep emotions she was experiencing during that period. So it makes me think that, well, obviously they had their rough patches. Maybe there were some hiccups in their relationship, like you don't speak for a week and thinking that, oh, our relationship is on the rocks, and you sit in your room missing your significant other, your boyfriend, and you're like, I still got love for you still. I'm so sorry, please. I could come back. That's my fault. I was wrong, and I didn't treat you right. Please come back. Maybe. Track 1, we're gonna see how the story goes. And up next is Loving You. In my last video, I mentioned that Jennifer's voice is very sweet. And I know people say that she's not the greatest singer. I like it. She found her niche. Not everyone's got to be another Beyonce, or Kelly Clarkson is an outstanding vocalist. Not everyone got to be Kelly Clarkson. Oh yeah, just straight up. But I think we need to take the time to get back, because I never gave up on a good thing. I never gave up on the love we had. Yeah. So it literally just proves my point. Okay, she was in track 1, she was sitting on her couch at home thinking that I still got love for you. Now she's on the move. Is she headed to his apartment? Is she talking to him yet? So all those songs are kind of like directed to him. I can imagine like they're having this conversation. She like knocks on the door and be like, hey, we gotta talk. We Gotta Talk was a song from the other album. I was like getting my things mixed up. But not the point. The point is that there ain't nothing wrong with me still loving you. Yeah, she came to him to confess and profess her love, and obviously she wants the things to work out. Looking back, sometimes I feel like such a fool for putting up with you, boo. Baby, please understand me. It seems I'm confused. It's just it might take me some time to get used to you. This is a monologue. This is a theatrical monologue.
After all that we've been through, find myself still loving you, but I think we might take time to get it back.
Yeah, both of those songs are breathing this unconditional love for another person. Still loving you, still loving you, still loving you. Whatever you do, whatever happens, no matter what, we are going to work out, and I will love for you forever and ever and still. I was talking about it earlier, like I don't know what was Ben's problem. If she was 150% invested in their relationship, how much was he? Like 70, 80, not even 30. Was he taking advantage of her? Like knowing that she loves him so much? Jennifer, what is going on? So this song uses samples of Juicy Fruit. Is that like the theme, commercial theme for the candy? And the chorus samples another song. Like, did I read it wrong? Wasn't she trying to like stir away from the samples? But I don't know. It doesn't seem like it, because she was criticized for using samples, and now she like doubles down on using samples. She really loves him. Yeah. Okay, I'm scared I'm gonna be like really sad by the end of this listening party.
And while I might be sad, the next song is I'm Glad.
I'm glad when I'm making love to you. I'm glad for the way you make me feel.
Is she a stripper? Oh, now she's working on the construction. That text, perfect blend, masculine. Oh, perfect blend. Perfect blend, masculine. I was like, perfect Lynn. Who's the Lynn? His name is Ben. But let's read about it like a little bit, tiny bit. It's just like, baby, when I think about the way when we first met, that fact that the romance was so publicized, I see vivid images. When she says, I know who the baby is Ben. The day when we first met, the set of Giggly, I wasn't looking for what I found. It was a friendship. It was a friendship first, and then it developed into a romance and being the love story for the century. It's so cool. When I listen to those words, I was like, the imagery, that's right, that's correct, that's true, that's authentic. I love that.
I'm glad when I'm making love to you. I'm glad for the way you make me feel. I love cause it seems to blow my mind every time.
I'm not sure how I feel about the music video. This is a terrible video for this song. What? I am so confused. Images, videos, images from, well, everywhere. Okay, so she was dancing at a club, like a stripper, sorta. I'm not sure it was a particular stripper, but she was pretty much in just like a little leotard or underwear or bathing suit. Then she was working on the construction. Then she sits at the house. She was training. She was all sweaty, like at a dance studio, like working out and sweating. What was that all about? And the thing that she says, I'm glad you turned out to be the certain someone special who makes this love worth living. Where is he? I want to see that man. I want to see that feeling, like you're looking in his eyes and saying all those things. I don't know. We have another minute 30. I hope it gets better. If it doesn't get better, I would be really disappointed. Now she's at the ballet school. Oh my God. She's dancing in front of the jury panel in her underwear. Jumped on the desk. A flip. There's a glass of cracked water. Is she gonna pour it on herself? And everyone's like, yeah, great dancing, great dancing. It is great, it is. She's an absolutely phenomenal dancer, but why? Okay, this is not good. This is good for a different song, a completely different song. It's dancey for sure, but also let's talk about the meaning of the song. Like, I'm glad that you appeared in my life. You walked into my life and you're a good man. You make me feel good. This video does not make her feel good. I did not see it in this video, and does not make me feel good either. No, I disagree. So, love the song, love the message. I want to see it. Now, for This Is Me Then, part 3, we need a new video. How about we film a new video for I'm Glad? Revenge the song. I'm so upset that I want to put more perfume on myself. Dang. I'm glad that I have this perfume. I'm so glad. Ridiculous. Okay. You know what? Whatever I said earlier, that she was upset, that people criticized for her for sampling, I'm taking it back. Because apparently she did not want to do any work, like homework or markup work. Because this one has another sample. The song samples Shuli D song, PSK, what does it mean? 3 songs, 3 samples. Okay, you heard my opinion on the video. There are a couple. Let's compare them. I don't think they're gonna match. Okay, the Flashdance inspired video for I'm Glad didn't just turn heads. It also sparked a lawsuit. Okay, Paramount Pictures, the studio behind Flashdance. Okay, So it is an homage to a movie Flashdance that I've never seen. So maybe that's why I was so lost. They sued Lopez and her label for copyright infringement over the recreated scenes. The music video for Glad was a full-on tribute to the movie Flashdance. Okay, got it. Another sample. Okay. I understand, but I disagree. There should have been a better video that reflects the message and the meaning of the song.
Funny enough, the track number 4 is titled The One.
She's so in love with him. I am going to be really sad by the end of this video. Another thing that it makes me think of is that I'm reading someone else's love letters. She's doing a pretty good job of inviting us in to something really intimate. Yeah, and it's cool, it's cute. I feel very warm and fuzzy inside, and that's what I'm scared that, not scared, that by the end of my listening party I'll be sad that they didn't work out. I'm happy to say, in a lot of ways, you changed me. The title of the song is The One, and you might think that she's telling him, oh, you are the one. But actually, it's the opposite. She is kind of like reassuring or convincing the guy that I'm the one. Or like proving herself to be the one put her arms around you, the one who lays her head beside you, the one who listens when you need it and no one else is, the one who knows when it's under control, the one who knows your favorite song, the one you want when you're feeling lost, the one you place no one above. It is like an act of desperation when he's not giving her full 100%, and she's trying to convince him. It's like, hey, look, I'm the one who knows your favorite song.
The one who makes you smile, the one who holds you down, the one.
I can be anything you need. That's crazy. That is like literally the act of desperation. I did not say that. No. I just feel for her. She's ready to scream and shout off the rooftops how much she loves him. And that's crazy, girl. That's crazy.
This album wouldn't be the same without this one. Dear Ben.
I can't be with no one else. It seems I'm addicted to the way you like to touch me.
So the song hasn't even started yet, but the last song ended in I can be anything you need, and this one starts you're perfect. Somehow I guess she wasn't the dominant in the relationship.
I just can't control myself.
Oh my god, such a long intro. It's like 58 seconds. Oh. Girl, you're killing me. Girl, you are killing me. I don't think it's not healthy. She needed a therapist. Why I love at your command. I don't think they understand why I love at your command. I don't. I guess the only lesson we can learn from here is that we girls get heartbroken easily, often. It's not fair, but that's just how the world works. And usually we take it upon ourselves. Like, I didn't do anything right, I was not pretty enough, I wasn't, smart enough, funny enough. And now looking at this, like Jennifer Lopez, like one of the hottest girls in the world. So pretty, so fit, wealthy, rich, powerful, successful. She had everything, but she was going through exactly the same stuff normal girls usually go through, like second guessing and doubting ourselves. It's grounding. knowing that she's just like one of us. And even girls like Jennifer Lopez can be rejected, and she was whole package and beyond. And she's still like, you're perfect and I can be anything you want me to be. Crazy stuff. And just going back to the song is Dear Ben, like literally those open letters, love letters. And we as a world really fortunate to see it because it is good. Like seeing someone who love someone else so much, it is a warm feeling. Yeah.
I love you, you're perfect.
A manifestation of my dreams. It can't get, for a guy, it can't get better than this. It just can't. There's no way I leave you. It's just not a reality. Sometimes I feel like I'm living in a fantasy. It contains lyrics which detail the characteristics of Lopez's perfect man. Dear Ben was considered a proclamation of Lopez's love for Affleck to the media and has been described as the album's glowing centerpiece. Lopez made the decision to change the song title to Dear Ben the day before This Is Me Then was sent to manufacturing. I am very moved and touched. I like it. I can be... The past two albums, I was like dancing, excited, woo, woo, woo. And I want to catch that energy to be like hyped. But I'm not. For different reasons, but those are the good reasons, because there's a whole spectrum of emotions we human experience, and this is different. This is like sweet and bittersweet and tender and very gentle. We don't have to like jump and dance to every album, every song. Songs like this have a right to exist, and they're good. Or maybe like I'm also like tonight feeling very melancholic, and I'm totally vibing with those jams, and I'm just, oh, so romantic. I love it. I used to have this album and I used to listen to it a lot. 2002, I was 11, maybe 13. Yeah, 13, it was like 15. I love you, you're perfect, you're manifestation of my teenage maximalism. And Jennifer was like, we figured out that she was 32 during J-Lo, but now she's got to be like 33, 34. And teenagers at 16 would be like, yeah, that's me, like right now. This is you then, and this is me right now, because I'm feeling all the feels. Oh, there's Ben part 2. Fast forward 20 years. The Jennifer Lopez and Ben found their way back to each other, and J-Lo released a sequel to her original love song titled Dear Ben Part 2. And like I said, we are not going to listen to it because there is enough heartbreak for once. Going through it twice is too much. I can't. Talking about wearing your heart on the sleeve. Yeah.
Up next is All I Have featuring LL Cool J.
Baby girl, I'm what you have.
You'll be needing me, but too bad.
Be easy, don't make decisions.
What? Oh, it was just a dream. I thought like, well, you're confessing your love to Ben all album through, and now you're just snuggling on the couch with LL Cool J? I've read that she did not want this track, All I Have, to become a single because it's very close to I'm Real. It's very similar. She just said, she's just like, I'm good. And then my head is playing I'm Real. She does have a point that those songs could be similar, but I mean, she wasn't really calling the shots. the producers were like,
well, this is the song that is going to make us money, and we're going to release this one as a single. Who cares, Jen? Boo-hoo.
so yeah, that's how All I Have became a single. And video, and same thing as Unreal, it's just wintertime. They're doing exactly same thing she was doing with Ja Rule. Now she's doing it with LL Cool J. And the other video, they were playing basketball. It was summertime, but now it's winter. It's snowing. She has a scarf. She has a beanie. There's snowflakes, and oh my goodness. So quick recap. They were a couple, but they split. He is in his apartment dreaming, seeing them together, but then she vanishes, disappears. It was just a memory. And she's in her apartment doing the same thing, just seeing the images of them together, and he's just a shadow. And then he calls. Right now, they're talking on the phone. She has a flip phone. Welcome to the era of flip phones. And he has the headphones, a wired headphones, and he's holding the microphone like real close to his mouth. Be easy, don't make decisions while you're mad. Yeah. So she says, all my pride is all I have. You'll be needing me, but too bad.
All my pride is all I have.
So she returned the key. She's crying. Her nose is really, really red. He's desperate and devastated. What to make of it? I don't know. According to that story that I shared with you about the producers and how they were pushing for the song to be a single, I can see why this one is probably, honestly, I don't know what to comment on this. This is very mediocre. That was not good. Let's see if any commentary would help me to make more sense of this song, but it just doesn't fit with the structure of the album. And LL Cool J kind of brought his own vibe and story, and we were going so well following the relationship that Ben and Jen shared, and it's kind of like took me out of it. I'm a little annoyed. I'm annoyed with the song because I was vibing, being melancholy and bittersweet, and a little like in love with Jen. Now, what's the like? I was going through this experience with Jennifer being in love with Ben, you know, we were just trauma bonding, and this song came and ruined it. So the success of All I Have extended beyond the charts, influencing Jennifer Lopez's career in unexpected ways. Okay. In 2016, she named her Vegas residency show All I Have? Why? Paying homage to this hit single. Why? Do you guys like this song? Like, can you just be honest? It's like, hey, you don't understand anything. All I Have is the best song that Jennifer ever created, because I don't get it. In a twist of fate, All I Have became LL Cool J's first #1 single on the Billboard Hot 100. And despite his established career in hip-hop, this collaboration with Jen marked a significant milestone. Yeah, so LL Cool J, he has his career and wasn't really doing so good. He recorded this with Jennifer Lopez, and that's his like one and only #1 single. Not too much of an achievement. Like, she's the reason why you got #1 hit. I don't know. I'm a little this song, I'm not a fan. The song was a huge success on the charts. I need help here, my friends. If you have something to say about the song All I Have by Jennifer Lopez featuring LL Cool J, leave it in the comments. There's something missing there. Something that is escaping my understanding of the situation. There gotta be something bigger. Let's figure it out. You gotta let me know. You let me know about what is going on with all I have.
Leave your comments down below while listening to this classic hit.
I'm still Jenny from the block. Used to have a little, now I have a lot. No matter where I go, I know where I came from.
Aw. Jen and Ben are kissing on the couch. They're canoodling. Canoodling. Oh, that's a lot. Everyone's got to make a living. I'm still Jenny from the block. From Bronx. What is LOX here? Logs? Like the bagel? From In Living Color, I don't know 100%, but I assume it's the movie title. To From In Living Color to movie script to On the 6th, that's her first album. To this headline clips. The video is just exaggerated form of their life, of their relationships with paparazzi following them everywhere. And I was like, oh, let's embrace that, right? And see how our life looks through the lens of paparazzi, cameras, CCTV, and show that. And of course, Ben is there. He is the main character. And they are, showing their life in the public eye. She's dancing on the balcony or in her apartment. And we see a shot, like a camera. Someone is looking across from another building.
I'm still Jenny from the block.
Stay Real, another reference to her music and artistry. Oh, okay. The studio session was the studio. In the video, she's in the studio working on recording Loving You. Okay. That's cool. That's a cool. Okay. And that makes us like it makes us feel like we are invited in her life. Going back to the Bronx. Boricua. And if you haven't seen my part 1, please, I encourage you to go and watch it. That's where I talk about the Spanish influences in pop culture. Just those shots when he's hugging her butt and like... What can you say? The sample heavy. I need to find Zen. The reason why it's bothering me is just because she was like upset that people were criticizing her for using too many samples, and she has she's doing another work and she's doing it again. Well, just don't complain and say, yes, this is me then, and I use samples and I'm going to. Nothing can do about it. But you can't be just doing it and complaining it and doing it again. Despite its catchy beat and memorable lyrics, Jenny from the Block received mixed reviews from critics. Some praised it as a strong statement of Lopez's roots, while others found the lyrics silly and laughable. Regardless of the critiques, the song became a commercial success. What do you guys think? So, do you think it's really, I would say, pop culture and industry blueprint, or is just like a silly track that you wouldn't take seriously? Let me know. I think it's number 1. I think it is very catchy, and if you think of Jennifer Lopez, who's like, oh, Jennifer, don't be fooled by the rocks that I've got. That's classics. What's the beginning of the first verse? I know it. I'm down to earth like this, rocking this business. I've grown up so much, I'm in control and loving it. Rumors got me laughing, kid. I've known that for 20 years, and I don't listen to the song on an everyday basis. So I think If saying that if this is the industry blueprint is too much, okay, I can handle this, but I can say that is up there with the classics.
Reaching the soft spot on the album, track 8 again.
For me, I've struggled all my life to find that thing.
Such a drastic change from Don't Be Fooled by the Rocks That I've Got to like a very slow start. Does this song have like words? Is she gonna sing it? Yo, minute 34 seconds and she started singing. Like back in the days when we didn't have the attention span of a snail, like 30 seconds or like minute and a half and you check out. And here we listen to minute and a half of just like beautiful, very jazzy instrumental music. And the songs like haven't even started yet. I don't think it will work these days. They even say, have you heard that? The millennial pause. So when you start a video where it's just like pause and then we start speaking, Gen Z, they see it as something extraordinary. They don't do it anymore because they just start speaking immediately. But the millennials, us, we're just like, hi. I think it's hilarious. So this song is a little boring, and not because of the minute and a half intro. It is, we're just saying the same thing all over again and again. And you have to find new, interesting ways to say this thing and again. This song did not. I will love you all my life, always be by your side, and I will give you all I have, because you gave me peace and joy again and again. One line that stands out is, for me, I've struggled all my life to find that thing that makes it right. It's just more of a description of the character. She's just like letting us in on a little bit more. Like, you know, when you have this heart-to-heart conversations with your friends, significant others, and you're just like, you know, it's just like the thing that has always been difficult to me, especially the way she said this, is very like, for me. She has this vibrato in her voice, almost like it's unintentional. She can't control it. Like her voice is shaking. That's what I'm looking for. Like her voice is shaking. For me, I've struggled all my life. I'm doing a terrible impression, but yeah, her voice is shaking when she says it, and it just touches your heartstrings.
Playing next, You Belong to Me.
I was like, why'd you tell me this? Were you looking for my reaction? What do you need to know? Don't you know I'll always be your girl? So he went and flirted with the waitress. Okay, we now know. And then she's like, you belong to me. Well,
Tell her you were fooling, and I will always be your girl. You don't even know her. You belong to me. Tell her that I love you, and you belong to me. You belong to me.
very possessive. Yeah, I wouldn't say he had an affair, because it did not go that far, according to the mood of the song. I think if he went and had an affair, she would talk very differently to him. But she says, like, you don't have to prove to me you're beautiful to strangers. So yeah, he flirted with a cashier, flower girl on the market. And she's like, none of that. Because this album so far, with the exception of LL Cool J, it's just been Jen and Ben. And we're bringing a third person. It's just someone tell her who is her. We don't know. Just adding this extra character, it's kind of fun. We know you love him, but what would you do under different circumstances? What would you do if there was someone else? It's just telling us. Tell her to bye-bye. Tell her to leave. And the flower girl at the shop, she was looking at him with like googly eyes and flirting with him. She's like, I have a pair of loving eyes on my own. So don't make me go to her house. That's a threat. And she says, you belong to me about 20 times. Let me count. I'll count it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
23 times she says, you belong to me.
I've been thinking is our next song.
Been thinking you've been on my mind, so I've been praying to find a way that
Don't wanna disappoint ya, don't wanna let you down, 'cause that's the last thing I will do.
This is the weakest song on the album so far. Super not interesting. Nothing going on lyrically, nothing going on melodically. I want to make sure you're sure about me. That's it. There's nothing else said. Yeah. I've been thinking that this song's not real good. It's not really good.
The next song says it all.
baby, I need you. Gotta have you, baby. Can't be without you.
Her makeup is a no makeup look. She looks like she just woke up, but she has like lip gloss and eyeshadows. So if we put all the titles of the albums together, that would be unofficial letter. Dear Ben, I need to give it a better thought. So if we take all of the song titles from the album and we put it all together, I kind of like make sense, and it would be an actual message to Ben. So we're starting with Dear Ben, I've been thinking, I'm glad I'm still loving you. I've been thinking, you're the one, you belong to me. Oh, no. Again, you belong to me. All I have, I don't have anything to continue with all I have. Oh, all I have is Jenny from the block. Baby, I love you. Oh my God, that actually makes so much sense.
I actually did give it a better thought. And here's what we have. Dear Ben, I'm still loving you. I'm glad you are the one. You're all I have. Again, I've been thinking you belong to me. Baby, I love you. Yours, Jenny from the block.
That is crazy. Yeah, that's the message. Remember I was saying that she's ready to scream off the rooftops? That's pretty much what she's doing. She's just running around the house and screaming, baby, I love you. So the way the camera works, the videography, she's looking straight in the camera, and she's like running away from camera. It's like, oh, baby, I love you. So are we the third, like the person? I'm like slowly catching up on that concept. Like, so in the beginning, she wakes up in the morning, she's still laying on the pillow, and she looks straight in the camera and she starts singing. So I think that's a point of view of her man. That's what we see. And that's how we're supposed to feel when Jennifer Lopez is looking at us and screaming, baby, I love you. It's cute. A little boring. Not gonna lie, it's boring. A little gospel-y. It's like, baby, I love you. Oh, baby, I love you. Oh. Ben, who still has no idea, is acting like, oh my God, I was born on Thursday. Like, she loves me? Oh, what? So we have to scream with the entire gospel choir that she loves you? Hello?
The one, the second version, is closing the album.
Oh, penning is crazy. It's like my ears get a little tickle. Okay, I got it. It took me a second to figure it out, but I got it. So in the first version, da 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 da. That's the melody of the chorus. And then we go to the version 2, and you are everything, and everything is you. And it repeats, you are everything, and everything is you. It repeats 4 times. So that's the difference, because in the beginning I was like, that's very, very, very similar. Why is it version 2? What's the difference? The difference is the chorus. And so in version 2 added has a completely different chorus based on the sample of the stylistics You Are Everything, and uses the original versions. Chorus is and the bridge. Yeah, so versions and the bridge stays the same. It's just the chorus. Which one do I like better? I would say the other one, because I am tired of sampling. And this is it. That's all about our album. This Is Me Then. What's different about this album is, like, in J-Lo we had to guess. Remember the storytelling? We had to guess, well, we have a boyfriend, there's someone else, what is their relationship, what is the dynamic in the relationship. We were connecting the dots and figuring out together. Here, everything is pretty clear. We know that it's Jen, and we know there's Ben, and we know that she loves him. This is her dedication, that's her love letter.
As we wrap up This Is Me Then, I am feeling sad. Not only because the Ben of her unhappy love story, but because this album was underwhelming. In my opinion, the album largely rode on J-Lo's star power. It soared as a bestseller mainly because J-Lo was unstoppable at that time. But none of her 2000s albums quite captured the same magic as J-Lo, the album before. Her next big moment wouldn't arrive until 2011 with On the Floor, thanks to Pitbull. As her career slowed down, the controversy around her public persona began to grow. Still, This Is Me Then is a glittering bookmark in her timeline and in ours. With the words, "You are my life, my sole inspiration for every lyric, every emotion, every bit of a feeling on this record," written on the disc jacket, we can check Jennifer Lopez's album This Is Me Then off the list. Thank you everyone for tuning in today. I had a blast, and thank you for sharing this beautiful album with me. But up until next time, stay iconic. And this was your Millennial Moment.